Liverpool in talks to sell special £40K a week homegrown talent this summer. Liverpool star now willing to leave Anfield as European giants step up transfer pursuit. Liverpool transfer news as $169 million green light given and Milos Kerkez priority emerges? Welcome. Let's dive into the latest updates from the greatest club in the world. In a recent update published on social media platform X, journalist Florian Plettenberg revealed that Liverpool is open to negotiating the departure of Harvey Elliott during the upcoming transfer window. The young midfielder's future remains uncertain, but the club has already started preliminary talks with potential suitors. The Reds' stance suggests that while Elliott still holds value within the squad, the timing might be right for a change. The 2024-25 season has been particularly frustrating for Elliott. He made just 2 Premier League starts, both coming after Liverpool had already clinched the title, making it clear he has fallen down the pecking order. The arrival of new manager Arne Slot has brought a different tactical vision to the team, and the Dutchman has yet to fully trust the number 19 as a central piece in his midfield plans. At 22 years old, Elliott finds himself at a critical point in his professional career. Once hailed as one of the most exciting prospects in English football, he now appears to need an environment where he can play regularly, develop, and realize his potential. Former Liverpool striker Neil Mellor even described him as a special player last December, highlighting that the talent is there, just waiting for the right opportunity. Despite his impressive technical ability, creativity, and football intelligence, Elliott is often compared unfavorably to some of his midfield teammates. Players like Ryan Gravenberch and Dominik Szoboszlai offer more prominent physical attributes and a level of dynamism that better fits the modern style expected in the Reds' midfield. This contrast has been a barrier to Elliott establishing himself as a first-team regular. Earning around £40,000 per week, Elliott's continued presence doesn't represent a major financial burden for Liverpool. He is respected in the dressing room and valued as a quality squad option. However, for both the player and the club, a transfer might be the most logical step at this juncture. A fresh start could reignite Elliott's upward trajectory, while also allowing Liverpool to make room for reinforcements better suited to Slot's evolving tactical approach. While the possibility of Elliott staying at Anfield hasn't been entirely ruled out, the current situation suggests that a move could benefit all parties involved. The upcoming transfer window will be decisive in determining the next chapter of Harvey Elliott's career, a player who still has plenty to offer the game, whether at Liverpool or elsewhere. Liverpool is preparing for a busy summer in the transfer market, with several key issues on the table, and the future of Luis Diaz is at the center of it all. As things heat up behind the scenes at Anfield, significant changes are already beginning to take shape. Jeremy Frimpong, for example, is reportedly on his way to the club as a potential replacement for Trent Alexander-Arnold, who has been strongly linked with a move to Real Madrid. However, this could be just the first piece of a much larger puzzle being assembled by the Reds. In recent days, reports emerged suggesting that Barcelona had decided to focus on developing their homegrown talents, reducing their appetite for external reinforcements. Initially, that seemed like good news for Liverpool, especially regarding Diaz's potential stay. However, a new report by journalist Uriel Lucht changed that outlook entirely. According to him, the Catalan club is already in talks with the Colombian forward, indicating that their interest is real and could progress quickly in the coming weeks. Even more surprising was the revelation that Diaz is willing to leave Liverpool this summer. While his form has fluctuated at times during the 2024-25 season, the 27-year-old forward has remained an important part of the squad. Playing both as a forward and on the left wing, he often stood out as one of the team's best attacking options, second only to Mohamed Salah in terms of direct impact. Still, his possible desire to leave raises important questions for manager Arne Slot's planning. The priority, it seems, should be to strengthen other more pressing areas of the squad. The left-back position, for instance, has become a concern following a drop in form from Andy Robertson. In this context, names like Milos Kerkez have begun to emerge as potential signings. However, nothing has been confirmed yet, and the club's next steps remain uncertain. It's true that the market offers attractive options in various positions, and while Diaz is undoubtedly talented, he may not be irreplaceable. Nevertheless, his departure would leave a significant gap in the attacking line, especially if not adequately filled with a high-quality replacement. The need to remain competitive on all fronts, particularly after a title-winning season, means that any major loss in the squad must be addressed with speed and care. Liverpool is thus entering a decisive period, with the real possibility of key departures and the need to rebuild in several crucial positions. The work of Arne Slot and the club's management will be vital to ensure the team remains strong and prepared for next season's challenges. The saga involving Luis Diaz is far from over, but one thing is certain: if he does leave Anfield, the Reds will need to act swiftly to avoid a drop in performance in a sector that has been critical to their recent success. Given the potential departure of Luis Diaz this summer, do you think Liverpool should do everything possible to keep him? Or is it time to look for a fresh name to revamp the attack? As the season draws to a close, transfer rumors surrounding Liverpool are beginning to intensify. The portal Liverpool.com analyzed the latest market speculation involving the club, highlighting a potential interest in Bournemouth left-back Milos Kerkez, who has been impressing in the Premier League. According to recent reports, the Hungarian is considered an ideal signing, as long as the asking price remains reasonable. Liverpool has just one more match left this season, against Crystal Palace, before the squad can finally head off for a break. However, the rest period will be short, as preparations for the next campaign will begin swiftly. While the players enjoy some time off, Sporting Director Richard Hughes will remain hard at work, negotiating and scouting reinforcements to provide new head coach Arne Slot with a squad that matches the club's ambitions. One of the most talked-about targets is Jeremy Frimpong from Bayer Leverkusen, who could arrive to strengthen the right side of the defense. But that's not the only area Liverpool intends to bolster. According to The Athletic, Milos Kerkez is also firmly on the radar, and Liverpool is even considered his priority destination this summer. Nothing has been finalized yet, but the Reds are showing strong interest. Competition, however, exists. Real Madrid and Manchester City are also monitoring the full-back, though he is reportedly not their top choice. The Spanish Giants, for example, are primarily targeting Álvaro Carreras from Benfica. Kerkez, valued at around $60 million, approximately £45 million, has had a brilliant season, attracting attention for his intensity, speed, and maturity on the pitch despite his young age. While that price may seem high for a left-back, it's becoming standard in today's market. If Liverpool can secure Frimpong for below-market value, it could help balance out the cost of acquiring Kerkez. The idea of having Kerkez on the left and Frimpong on the right excites fans. With two offensive fullbacks, the team would be returning to one of its most iconic tactical setups: the flying fullbacks that were a hallmark of Jurgen Klopp's era. This new tactical configuration would bring fresh energy to Liverpool's gameplay, possibly even resembling the attacking style seen at European giants like Paris Saint-Germain. With the season ending and a new era beginning under Arne Slot, it promises to be an action-packed summer behind the scenes at Anfield. Time will tell how Liverpool navigates the market, and whether the names Frimpong and Kerkez will indeed be confirmed as part of the club's new project. With Milos Kerkez and Jeremy Frimpong being touted as possible signings, would you like to see Liverpool return to using attacking fullbacks like in Klopp's peak years? Or do you think it's time to adopt a new tactical approach under Arne Slot? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching until the end. See you next time.